Hi, and welcome to this short demonstration of customer relationship intelligence software. So every user that signs in gets taken to their personalized profile page, and this provides a snapshot of their most recent sales and marketing activity. So here you can see an overview of the sales pipeline, current reminders, sender stats about emails, what emails have recently been created, recent email jobs, marketing lists, and opportunities in the system. So great to get a quick overview of everything that's happening, and you can click any of these links to go through and see that in more detail. Nice feature here is this open reminders link, which brings up this pop-up in the side. You can see what's overdue, what's meant to be done today, what's due in the future, and as you work through these you can mark them as complete, or you can edit them, change the time, change the date, change who it's associated with in the business if you want to pass that task on to someone else. You can also send a calendar invite so that you get a reminder pop up on your tablet, your smartphone or your desktop to make sure you complete that task. So now let's head over to the campaign section. So this is a really important element of this particular platform, is that everything ideally is built and associated with a campaign. This is really how we connect sales conversions to marketing activity, is through campaign association. So you can see here this is an aggregated dashboard showing all campaign activity. You can build out customized reports for specific campaigns, but let's just have a quick look through this aggregated dashboard at the minute. So there's lots of different ways this data can be displayed, but essentially it's all showing visual representations of campaign performance. This particular one shows campaign breakdown, how many leads have been generated from specific campaigns. So as we scroll down here, this is the performance dashboard of your sales and marketing activity. So this enables us to understand the number of leads that have been generated from a specific marketing campaign, the cost of those leads, the number of sales opportunities that have then been created, and then the total sales closed. And that really enables us to see a complete end-to-end picture of sales and marketing performance, and really bringing both together, and we can quickly understand what marketing activity is working, generating quality leads that are closing sales. And that's really important, so we can optimize that campaign performance, remove underperforming campaigns, and really focus our budget on driving effective marketing that's going to result in a higher return on investment and more profitability. So there's lots more that we can do in this section, but that just gives you a brief idea. Every campaign you put in your campaign costs, and that's how it automatically calculates your ROI. You know, that is for another time, going into more detailed explanation of how that's set up. So now let's head over to the contact manager. So this is the system's built-in CRM system. Let's have a quick look at this contact who was recently added to the system. So you can see the system has automatically pulled in this person's social profiles. So if we just click that, we'll be able to go straight to their Twitter profile, and we can follow them, drop them a direct message, or just connect with them. So obviously we can expand our social network, and we are connecting with them across more channels. So as you'd expect, there's all the general fields that you'd expect to see in a contact manager. So we've got name, title, email address, phone, and company information. Down the right hand side here, we can manually add this contact to a marketing list or to a workflow, say to add them to a nurturing campaign. We can select to manually associate them with a campaign, and we can assign them to different people in the organization. We can add descriptions just to give us a bit of a a profile of that lead, and then we can add comments and notes, so it could be meeting notes or just general information that would be relevant to a salesperson or marketing person. So down here you can see we've got a couple of reminders in. So much as we did before, we can just add a reminder, we can select a reminder type, we can assign it to a particular person, and then completion time, and again we can set it to send a calendar invitation. And again, as we progress, we can mark these as complete, or we can view the notes associated with that particular call. So down here is a particularly useful part of the CRM system, and that is the ability to make any number of custom fields. As we learn more about our contacts in the system, we can record more information. So it could be interests outside of work, it could be interests in our services, and this is really powerful for being able to segment based on these fields. So for instance, we could segment any contact that has been marked as being interested in football and interested in our CRI software. We could then send out an email marketing campaign just to the contacts that have those interests, for instance inviting them to a football hospitality day where we also promote a bit of our CRI software. So really enables us to segment effectively and send the right messages to the right people. Really important to be able to do that. So let's just jump back into the contact manager and we'll have a look at lead scoring. So you can see down the right hand side here, different leads have different values associated with them. So let's just sort these leads by lead score, and you can see these leads at the top here have high scores, and these are the leads that have been pre-qualified and should be engaged with by sales. These ones in orange, they are not warm enough yet, so we need to send them more marketing material to warm them up before sales engage with them. So let's jump in and have a look at this lead here and understand how this lead score has been built up. So let's have a look at the life of the lead. So this provides an entire history of this particular lead's interaction with marketing material we've sent them. So every time they've opened an email and then interacted with a piece of content in that email, or have visited a particular page on a website or completed a form, the system assigns a certain value, and the more they interact, the more their points build up. So as we see their engagement increases, we know when is the right time to give them a call. We can actually set the system to send out a notification to give that person a call, to a particular salesperson, or we can set it up to send a notification to marketing to send them more information, or the system to automatically send them more information based on those scores. So we can automate a lot of the sales follow-up process. And we can also see the exact point at which they were converted to an opportunity and understand which marketing materials have led to that opportunity conversion. So with that as well, we can also shape far better sales conversations, because we can see what they've interacted and what they're interested in, and potentially uncover information about that lead's engagement that otherwise would have been missed, and therefore we may have missed upsell and cross-sell opportunities. So down here you can see a bit more of an example of this timeline that's building up and the associated reminders. So you can always pick up where you left off and make sure you personalize every conversation, and really build that relationship with this contact as you're trying to take them down your sales funnel. So the next section we are going to look at is the email tool. So this is the email hub, and here you've got a complete repository of all the emails in your business. You've most likely organized them into different folders associated with different campaigns, and you can just jump in there and edit your email or create a new email. So let's see what you can do with the email builder. So down the left hand side you've got your send settings, your subject line, who it's coming from, and the from and reply to email addresses. This tab enables you to just drag and drop different elements into your email, and double clicking on it brings up the WYSIWYG editor, which is what you see is what you get. And you can just edit your text. You can add merge variables to personalize your email from any field within the CRM system, and you can also insert media from the media center, which is again a cloud storage system built into the software, which just allows you to insert trackable links for any media, whether that's brochures, web pages, videos, directly into the email quickly and simply. So all these emails are fully responsive, so they'll display on mobiles, tablets, laptops, desktops, and you can create a professional email very quickly, very easily, with no HTML knowledge. If you do want to do a HTML email, that's not a problem. You can just click View Code, and then you can paste your HTML in there, and then it'll render, and you'll be able to see your HTML email, what it will look like when you send it to a recipient. So there's a lot of other features that we don't have time to go through, but again, one other feature that's just worth mentioning is you've also got the option to add plain text for those mail servers that may strip out HTML, strip out image. You can put that plain text alternative in to still make sure your email is received. So let's quickly understand what you can do with automation. It's a really powerful feature of the software. So you can set up tasks that are either triggers or filters, and they are associated with the particular actions on the site. So it could be that a lead has completed a form, they have a particular field, lead score, or a particular date in the CRM system, or they've visited an important page, or perhaps if you have an e-commerce, they've abandoned a shopping cart, or they've visited from an email. So any number of actions can trigger a task, and then you assign that to a workflow. And that workflow could be to add that new lead to a particular marketing list, or it could be to send them the first email in a drip campaign. It could be to send a notification email to a member of the sales team that this particular lead has viewed a page or watched a video that's particularly important in your business, and that they should now get in touch with them on and begin that in-person contact. Loads of different parameters, loads of different filtering options, and we can automate and set lots and lots of follow-up actions associated with this, which can save a huge amount of time and deliver a better experience for the customer as well, because they might get their brochure instantly, or they get that automated reply that says thanks for getting in touch. There's lots of different benefits. So this is the sales pipeline. You can create multiple pipelines for different services or products, and you can clearly see where every single opportunity is and what stage they're at. It's very easy to move them into different stages in the pipeline. You simply just drag and drop them, and you notice as they move through the pipeline, the percentage rate of closing increases, and this is then reflected in your sales pipeline reports. So we can create reports for any pipeline for any date range, and you'll see that the pipeline is weighted, and you've got the expected value and the total value, and you can see as you go through the pipeline, the value is reflected depending on which stage they're at, and so that'll give you your expected value and then your total values, which is a more accurate way to understand your total sales pipeline value. And again, you can run that for an individual, or you can run aggregated reports, or you could filter by a specific campaign. So again, you can see that end-to-end picture, and you can filter by different date ranges as well. So that about wraps up the demonstration. There are a lot more features that I could go through, but we would need to do a full demonstration. I hope you can see the obviously the value that this can deliver to an organization and really enable them to put the systems and processes in place to get their marketing more data driven and get it more structured and more effective, and at the same time bring sales and marketing much closer together and reducing those gaps between marketing going out and sales engaging, and sales engaging with more qualified leads that are much hotter and have more chance of closing them.